Alright, finally live. Let me just reduce the music volume so that my voice is a bit more audible. And yeah, let me bring up the comment section as well. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, Arijit meets Syed meets Arijit. Arijit is Arijit is already with 2 pies, 2 raspberry pies. The music is some free stream music called Stream Beats by Harris Heller. You can get it on Spotify. It's copyright free music. What I'm going to do is, since we are going to spend some time just chatting, I am going to bring that up for now. Alright, so those who are replaying this later will not be completely lost. Alright, Zaraj is here. Yeah, I get that a lot of people will be watching IPL and stuff, but then whoever that you know, do pull them along. Yeah, the beats are nice. Alright, Yajat Malhotra, I guess you're new here. Can you introduce yourself in the comments, please? No, I prefer not to have IPL talk. I am completely ignorant on the subject side. Nonetheless, I guess Yajat is new here. Again, if anybody in the viewers is new around here, do post a message in the live chat so that we can get to know each other and accommodate you a bit more when I am presenting, and have the content tailored to you a bit too. Hashail's here. Alright. Hi. Yajat Malhotra is an Android dev. Oh, that's nice. On Flutter or React Native or just, yeah. What else is there? Alright. Okay, so Hashil did pull a few of her friends also along. Okay. That's nice. Great. Oh, so in that case, you must be in 12th grade. Oh, great. Android dev right after 12th. That's good. Bit of a head start that you got there. Oh, on plain Java as well. That's good. That's good. That's great, actually. He is in VIT. Okay, that's great. And I'm currently streaming from your full custom PC. Ah, Arijit, you keep surprising. Arijit is full of surprises. I thought you were viewing it on your Raspberry Pi. Okay, so while a few more people joins, we'll just interact a bit on the chat section. So yeah, do message your friends as well. Do message your friends, anybody else that you know, to share the message as well. That's always great encouragement. Right. Yeah, what else? Yeah, that's great to know. Who else? If you're new here, do post a message in the live chat. It would be great for us to get to know each other. Also, Hashil, Yajat, if you're new, you can also join the community with the link given below, bit.ly/jslinks. It'll take you to a Linktree page. You can either join the Telegram group or you can either join the Telegram group or the WhatsApp group. Okay, Harsh, you want a tutorial playlist on Linux? Yeah, sure. I can definitely do that. But then there are already people and experts who have amazing tutorials. So I certainly don't think I can do any better than them. So I can refer good tutorials, but eventually, yes, I will be making my own as well. So do stay tuned for that. Do subscribe and invite your friends also to help me grow the channel. So once I get a bit of a following, I can invest more and more time. Right now it's just 1 hour per week, actually more than 1 hour per week, that I spend on making the content that I am going to present. So yeah, it would be much appreciated if you help me grow the channel so that I can make more content that can better suit you guys. Is the mic and audio and everything all right? Too much background noise or any stutter, any issues, just let me know so that I can correct accordingly. Syed, all good? Awesome. That's great. That's great. Okay. What else? Okay. Looks like viewers are a bit less because of the IPL or whatnot. Great. So I presume we can get started, and as people join, do ask them. Aside, if anybody joins, you can just post a message saying that have them introduce themselves in the chat. So I'll keep referring to the chat window so that I can make it more interactive. I'm sorry, I'm not really supporting a team. I'm not a huge fan of watching sports, so I do not really have much of an opinion here. Yes, Arijit, it's 10, but I would much rather have it 20. So invite whoever else you can. More the merrier, right? Alright. So yeah, without much further ado, I think we can get started. So let's see. I did have a side cam, but the side cam is not really working as of now. Alright. So I am just going to transition to my USB capture card so I can take an HDMI input, get out of studio mode, and let's see. Ready to go, you guys? Shall I boot the Pi? Okay, here we go. And fingers crossed, everything works fine. Now I am on a Raspberry Pi 3. My Raspberry Pi 4, 4 GB RAM, 64 GB, sadly had a bit of a malfunction. Obviously, last minute, everything has, like, something has to go wrong, right? So what basically happened is that the SD card's solder joint kind of came out. Okay, we are booted in. Now there is a power in. I am not using VNC. I am using this thing called a USB capture card. So it allows me to take HDMI input into my streaming software. So yeah, that was a fairly good investment. I had to buy this thing called a USB capture card. So ignore that Thunderbolt sign. There's nothing I can do. My adapter that I'm using is 1.5 amps, and I'll try not to push the power requirement too far. And I'm not using Wi-Fi because I have Ethernet connected, and hopefully that cuts down on the power that I need to use as well. So by all means, let's get started then. Okay, you're switching on the 3B plus. Okay, Arijit says he's switching on the 3B plus and the 4B. Yeah, I would much rather do this on the Raspberry Pi 4. It's much more capable, and it's an amazing piece of hardware. But then it has a lot of heating issues. So apparently I was running it for a long time, and it ran fine, and I kept it in a box so that no accidents would occur. And the other day when I took it out to do a test run for the live stream, I realized that it's not turning on, and then I found out that the solder joint of the SD card holder had slightly come off, so I have to do some SMD soldering to repair that. And of course it's not mine personally, so I have a commitment for that as well. Alright, so yeah, getting started here without dragging on much longer. Now yeah, Pi 4 has heating issues. Pi 4 has big time heating issues, but it's a lot of bang for the buck. I couldn't get a heatsink for it. The heatsink would have been a good buy. So now this leaves me in a tricky situation. I kind of have to Syed, you can have heatsinks for Raspberry Pis. You just got your Pi 4 2 days back, so yes, you're new to Pi 4. Pi 4 is, by all means, by the way that you use the hardware is pretty much the same, except you have much more processing power at your disposal. Now, will excuse me for a bit. I need to rearrange this a bit so that yeah, if you have the fan and the heatsink, yeah, that makes sense, because it will literally prevent your Pi 4 from going up in flames. So yeah. Now oops, my keyboard for the Pi doesn't seem to be working. It's enabled. Yeah, it's enabled. Battery is good. Okay, that's strange. Well, let's proceed with it anyway. Barrier, as in the keyboard mouse share? No. I have a separate keyboard and mouse for the Pi. See, the thing is, I don't use the Raspberry Pi in this mode at all. Like, I bought an HDMI cable just for the stream. I usually just SSH into it, and I don't really need it as well. So yeah, lot of investments going into the stream. So it would be nice if you guys could also help and help me reach a wider audience, I guess. Okay, hope you guys are not like all bored and stuff by now. So let us see. There's a great guide that I saw. So I'm just going to refer to that and copy stuff from that. Obviously, why reinvent the wheel? Yeah, SSH is like you don't need a monitor, right? And far as you're concerned, it's a Linux box. It doesn't really matter. And you need to be familiar with Linux commands and SSH and all that. Come on, guys, interact in the comment section. Don't feel shy. Don't feel like you're not knowledgeable enough. We are all newbies here, and yeah, if you interact better in the comment section, I can like I like deviating from the subject, so don't really worry about that. I can help you guys better and give you content that you will find more useful. So do interact in the chat and invite your friends also. Subscribe if you have not already. So I think the article was by my life up VS Code. So everybody has their preference of code editors. I personally prefer VS Code. Let us see. I think this is the one. Alright, so we are just gonna get started by installing VS Code on that. Now, if you notice the title of this video, it's literally, can I develop a website on the Raspberry Pi? So no promises here. I am learning as much as you guys are. I never thought I would be using a Pi for this, but then it seemed to be an interesting concept to try out on a live stream. Element of curiosity, I guess. So yeah, do stay tuned and don't drop off in between, so that it's gonna be a bit of a journey. So don't worry about that. So before all of this, I guess it's as all good practices go, it's a new Linux install. So let's just start by updating the package manager. Oops, where did that go? Let me bring that back up. Can I zoom in a bit? Let me see if I can increase the display resolution. Desktop preferences, system defaults. No, there was a command. I am not sure. Does Raspbian use XDisplay? If Raspbian uses XDisplay, there's this config file that you have to change to increase the display resolution. I think it automatically goes. Glad you're enjoying the music. Yeah, I hope that is some entertainment factor for you all. So if you're not familiar with Linux, do post a message in the live chat so that I know how many of you are not familiar with Linux. If you guys are familiar with Linux, then I can easily move ahead with that. Yes, Arijit, I have used Ubuntu on the Raspberry Pi, Ubuntu Mate. So when I was working with software-defined networks, I needed to use Ubuntu Mate because the just a second. Plus. Yeah, so the thing is, when I used to work on software-defined networks, all of the controller and everything were was in Ubuntu. So my mentor, he suggested that I do the Raspberry Pi part also in my keyboard shortcut is not working. Yeah, hope this is visible. That should be visible, right? Okay. Yeah. So as in response to Arijit, I have used Ubuntu, I've used Ubuntu Mate. So when I used to work on SDN, all the controller and everything was on Ubuntu 16 or something. So my mentors has suggested that I do the Raspberry Pi part also in Ubuntu Mate. Now, for Hashiel and Yajat who are not familiar with Linux, Ubuntu, Raspbian, and all these are just Linux distributions. You can consider them as flavors of Linux, and it's nothing too complicated. It's just a way of distributing Linux. So there are different ways in which you can share Linux. You can different ways and different forms in which you can run Linux. So this particular iteration of Linux that people have made to run specifically on the Raspberry Pi is called Raspbian. It has been renamed to Raspberry Pi OS because they just wanted a change. Distros aka distributions. So, oh wow, you're familiar with Linux for more than 3+ years. Great. Arijit is 13 years old. Aren't you 13 years old? So you started off with Linux at the age of 10. My god, that's really something to appreciate. Great. So as you should do after any fresh Linux install. So the stark difference between Windows and Linux would be that in Windows, if you want something, you search it, you download an exe file, or you go to the Windows Store and you install something like that, right? In Linux, you have these things called package managers. They keep track of the software. So I'm oversimplifying things here because this is not a dedicated Linux video, and if I am to go into depths of Linux, we'll be here till midnight or tomorrow morning. So that's for another date. For this, I'm just going to go ahead and brief you through, give you overviews. So apt update. Oh, oops. Needed to use sudo. Okay. Mac users might be able to relate to some extent. Sudo bang so that you can run the last one thing again. So what happens when you run sudo apt update is that apt is the package manager. It goes to all these links that's viewed on screen. Everything that you see over here. It goes to all those sites and checks for updates to your software packages and maintains a local repository of all of the packages that need updates. I am not streaming from a Pi. I have connected the Pi to my laptop through a USB capture card. So the capture card allows me to take an HDMI input. So that I am putting in OBS, that I am setting as a layout in OBS. So I am literally using OBS as a monitor right now. Like it's a monitor for my Raspberry Pi. That's how I'm doing it. The Syed finds it funny that I said that having a Mac is okay. They are new. They don't know me personally, so I'm not going to bother them with much of PC versus Mac stuff. Thanks, Yajat. That means a lot. It would be great if you could share it. You don't need to share it with class groups or something. If each of you can share this with one person who can, if you share this with just one person who might find this interested, that is plenty to help me grow, and that one person can share it with another. And wait, actually, how many can I upgrade? Okay, I'm not gonna upgrade anything now. That's gonna take forever. But let me give you guys a bit of a treat with C Matrix. Oh, forgot. I keep forgetting sudo. Like recently, I've been doing a lot of work as a root user, so I keep forgetting to use sudo. Sudo is when you want to run something as admin. So Hashil and Yajat, don't worry too much. It's Linux is like a different computing paradigm. It's very different from Windows. If you're on Mac, you might be able to relate a bit. I'm not sure to what extent. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Now if I just run CMatrix, this is just something to flex. Literally, just to flex. Nothing else. Also, it makes a good background if you want to like take photos and stuff. I mean, like just literally, why not? Okay. Enough of that. Let's not get deviated too much. I mean, I do like detours, but I don't like going the wrong way. Okay. So we are going to. Yes, I enjoy what I'm saying about Mac. You're not going to hear me say that a lot. I mean, I do appreciate Apple as a like from a consumer tech standpoint. Okay, this keyboard and mouse has weird level of latency that's really screwing with the usage. Okay, so let me just tell you what this command is for. Oops, I executed it. Okay, while that executes, let me just show you this part. So wget is a Linux command that fetches something from a URL. So your installer file, like initially before you install something, you need to install its key. So it's to ensure security, so that not anyone can just push updates to your PC. So what happens is that you have to include a particular public repository. Public repository means a public directory in your package manager. So that is what you're doing here. You're adding this key to your apt package manager. So you can see get the key from this website. So wget is the website get command, and get the key from this link, and then this is called a pipeline operator, which means the output of this goes to the input of this second command. Let me just drag this out a bit more so that it comes in a single line. That would make it a bit easier to explain. Yeah, the output of this first command goes into the input of this command, and whatever key that you're getting from this link is going to get added to your apt repository. So since that command is run, you can see that a request has been sent to that website, and it is waiting for a response, and it got the response. And this is probably the key that was sent, and yeah, the output was written. Like the key was downloaded, the output was written, and then this command doesn't give much of an output. So I hope I'm not boring you guys too much with details of commands. Alright. So so that was to add the apt key. Now just to install this, it comes with an installer script. That you can just directly run with that command, the second command. So curl is another command that you use to download a script. So you're downloading this app.sh script and running sudo bash. So sudo bash means execute that shell script with bash. Now again, I get that if you're not very familiar with Linux, this might seem a bit awkward and weird for you, but I'm trying to allude it to the best of my ability to Windows or Mac as much as possible. I mean, I can't really allude it much to Mac because I don't really use Mac, or neither do I advocate an engineer using a Mac. Bit for side there. Alright, yeah, so we'll just wait for that to install. Arijit, glad that you're liking the music. That's nice. Again, all credits to Harris Heller. Yeah, sorry Hashil. If you particularly tell me what exactly you did not understand, I can try to explain it better with an example. because I literally cannot teach you Linux right here and now. Maybe in a future video, but till then, just for this, if you mention what you need, I can maybe try to explain that. Great, proud of you, Yajat. Yeah, Windows is fine. Linux is better. But yeah, I'm stuck with Windows on my main PC because most of these streaming software work better on Windows. Even like professional Linux users tend to have a separate Windows box for. Many in the Linux community are of the strong opinion that distros don't matter, distributions don't matter. For all means and purposes, you can get started with Ubuntu, but Ubuntu gets a lot of hate because of some of the decisions that the parent company called Canonical, they chose to like build pre-install Amazon, and then they chose to anonymously access data and all that stuff. So because of that, Ubuntu gets a lot of heat. But then just to get started, yeah, sure, why not Ubuntu? But if you are planning to take up Linux as a career, RHEL, as in Red Hat Enterprise Linux, like if you're planning to get certified in Linux, Fedora is a good investment, good thing to invest your time on. Because Fedora is like an open source, a fully open source version of Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Because before some of the features that before they include it in RHEL, they'll test it on Fedora. So and about side loading, as in side loading is okay. Let's just say dual booting. When you dual boot Linux beside when you dual boot Linux alongside Windows Update will screw it up. I guarantee you that. I gave up on dual booting and I switched to an entirely virtualized workflow. So I use virtual machines instead of dual booting. So Windows is my host, and I made my own distribution, running just bare basics of Debian. So Debian is like, you can consider Arch and Debian to be like the grandfather distribution. So they are like two broad families of distributions, and every other distribution derives from these. So in such a case, I picked Debian to be at the base, and on top of that I put a very bare bones desktop environment so that I can run it easily on virtual machine. I think I showed it last episode of FOSS Point, last to last, I think I showed it. Okay, so this is done installing, and yeah, so if I just run code OSS, it should open. Let's see. Also, Yajat, if you just mention the spec of your PC, then I can maybe try to tell you whether a virtualized thing would work for you, a virtualized workflow would work for you, or you would have to stick to dual booting itself. Sometimes your PC might not have enough resources to dual boot. Oh my god, this is so slow. This would have worked on the Pi 4, but on the Pi 3 it's struggling. And I don't want to risk a shutdown because of insufficient power, and I don't have a heatsink on this as well. Yeah, this Raspberry Pi is struggling. So this is what VS Code looks like basically. If you have no, Said, Yajat got a Windows PC just for his engineering. Alright. Yeah, I think CodeSpaces, but then CodeSpaces will still use system resources, right? I mean, yeah, I can surely try. How many CodeSpaces does make sense? Let's see if I can run it smoothly over here. I tried Codespaces the other day. I got accepted into the beta. And my god, I'll be surprised if I get a Hello World HTML application up today. Sign in. What do you mean you use TeamViewer to use Do Labs? Okay, the green screen chroma key is affecting my water bottle. Yeah, enjoy your Mac. Okay, over here, let's see Codespaces. Yajat Hashil, have you heard of GitHub? If not, yeah, you could. Oh, I have to make a repository for the. Oh, damn. Yeah, sure. I think there's a FOSS point repository. Branch master, sure. Create Codespace. It's okay. Just stay tuned to the channel. We'll make your GitHub profile dope in a month or so. No issues. I mean, by all means, mine is not dope, but it's something. Oh boy, my laptop is dropping frames and it's not even doing the computing. Now I see why people have separate PCs for streaming. Help me grow the channel. I need to. I need to get a separate streaming PC. So if you guys help me grow the channel, I can, invest in a streaming PC. Yeah, I hope my dad's not watching this right now. Oh, that's great. Oh, what was the project, Yajat? I would like to know. To share. Yes, Hashil, you did your part. Thanks for joining. Thanks for pulling Yajat also along. You get one more. Pull another friend along next time. I think Yajat is here to stay, hopefully. If I've done my part. If I've done my part, then Yajat is here to stay. Sure. Jairaj is a passive viewer. Okay, Codespaces is taking even longer. So Codespaces is like Microsoft had recently taken over GitHub. Like they bought GitHub. So ever since then, this was like bound to happen. We were all expecting a VS Code on the cloud kind of editor at some point. Now they have brought it. So yeah, I don't think this is going to. Yeah, for those who would like to watch IPL, yeah, no concerns there. Let them watch IPL. Oh, minimal Android launcher. That's nice. That's good. Minimal is best for everything. I'm not sure if I like this better than this. Let's see. Now again, as I told you guys earlier, I have not tried this part before, as in literally that's why I titled the stream "Can I make a website on a Raspberry Pi?" Ha, Arjit is back. Great. Okay, so let me just make a project directory. Do I have Git installed? Yeah, I'm not going to use Codespaces for this now because I'm not really familiar on how to use live server with Codespace. Just for that fact. Okay, over here, let's use Git installed. Git is installed. So let's see into documents and do a git init. Done. And open VS Code over here. Yeah, I did use GitHub code space in between, or rather I just like checked how it would run on this. Yeah, I got accepted around last month. I had applied when the beta applications I think as soon as the beta applications opened, and then I just got added last week or something. Yeah, I think you need to. I'm not sure if you need to be a GitHub student, but yeah. Okay, so this is, let's see, index. Okay, so since we are trying to make a website, suggestions in the live chat. What kind of website? What should I make? Let's see who is gonna come up with something creative. File index.html. There you go. Animation tab. There's your Emmet abbreviation. That's your basic HTML code. Yes, Arjit. It's great that you're a GitHub student developer in school. But then, yeah, I didn't really have an edu address. Neither did I know to use GitHub properly. That's another thing. Yeah, it's great. Make edge surf website. What do you mean? I didn't understand. I didn't get you. Ashil, Yajat, Said, I don't know. Send ideas my way, guys. Let's see who's gonna be most creative. It's just 10 minutes to 10, but I guess we are going to overshoot. I guess we are going to overshoot the deadline. No, Arjit, I can't really work on a full-on front-end application now. This may be something like a portfolio page or an avatar, or a better SRM homepage. My God, no, SRM homepage is goals, man. That's a peak cutting edge of web technology that they have. So I'm not one to improve that. Let's see what else. Website thingy for your app. What is his app? Tell me about his app. Let's see. I'm just gonna use Materialize because I'm not really not in a mood to sit and do CSS styling right now. Or should I use Shoelace? Shoelace.js. Okay, let me see how similar Shoelace.js is. I've been meaning to try Shoelace for a while. So let me just see how similar Shoelace CSS is to Materialize, and if it is similar enough that I can, if I'm confident, I can go ahead with that. What's YuzFit? YuzFit, is it a fitness app? Oh, 10 viewers. Okay, viewer count is increasing. Okay, check. Syed, if you don't mind, can you post the proper link to Arijit's website? Those who are new, if you have not stopped by before, do introduce yourself in the comments if you're new here, so that I can give you a shout out and then get to know what kind of content you like better. And yeah, do join the community if you haven't already. Arijit is just here for the songs, I'm presuming. Okay, shoelace.style. Whoops, I changed the layout. I should lock this. There you go. Yeah, I am using two different mice, so hence the confusion. Is my voice still audible on top of the music? The music is just to keep you guys hooked. Okay, seems pretty similar. The what else do you need? There's the nav bar and stuff. Do we not have a nav bar for this? I am not really feeling. Okay, I think they call it a menu. Let's see. What do you have as a menu? No, this is. Oh, I have a better idea. Let's go with XP CSS. Oh, I've been meaning to do this for so long. Let's see. Is it still hosted? I'm not sure. XP.css. Oh, DuckDuckGo. See. Let us see. This is the one. Okay, now Rajitdas.me. Let's see. I think this boy deserves a shout out, so I am going to open your website live on stream. ARIJITDAS.me. I think I misspelled it. Did I misspell it? Oh, oops. Yeah, my bad. My bad. I missed the R. I'm sorry. Happens to the best of us, right? ARIJITDAS.me. I'm actually like it's really small for me on screen because oh, this is nice. This is nice. Wait, let's see the source code. It actually let me check the entire thing. I like this. This is nice. But the style seems very similar. Let's see. I think this is the GitHub pages. Style is not. Yeah, I'm sorry, Arijit. It was an honest mistake. Yeah, I missed the R. Yeah, okay. This is good. Ajit says, this is good. This is great. Keep it up, man. You're going to, hit the industry by storm by the time you're in college. So yeah, this is xp.js, just for nostalgia's sake, I guess. I mean, remember the slider? My god. Okay, Jairaj suggests Bulma. Okay, gonna take a look at Bulma. I've heard of Bulma. I don't remember what I heard of it though. Yajat, are you familiar with web development? Ashil also. Have you been taught HTML at some point in school? If you guys are still here, that's one thing about this stream. I really can't have no way of knowing if somebody has dropped off or something. Yeah, I think I did have HTML in 6th, 7th or something like that. HTML5, just HTML5, but then that was enough to get me hooked. Oh yeah, this is familiar. This is familiar, but you know what? It's getting pretty late, and I'm just gonna stick to what I know and the thing that I've used since or forever. So I'm just going to use METR IALIZEC. There you go. Okay, this mouse is getting on. Does anyone recognize the t-shirt? I'm just curious. Arjit, which class are you in right now? Yeah, I'm just going to include that package in the source code file. So Materialize gives you a lot of CSS styling definitions. So HTML stands for hypertext markup language, right? So it's a markup language, as in it's basically a glorified labeling system. So the content that you're making, you label it with tags and divs and whatnot. So it's HTML gives your content structure, CSS gives it styling. So Materialize CSS is my safe go back, go to option when my brain is like not at its best. It just works. I have used it enough times to know when I screw up, I know what I'm screwing up with. Alright, so JavaScript goes at the end of the body. This is not really a web development tutorial as well, so Yajat, good to have you back, joining again. So I don't think you missed out on anything much. I was just going through like different CSS frameworks, and we saw Arjit's profile page also. So once that is done, I think we can maybe start off with a few components. Let's say maybe an app bar. Why not? There you go. So much for web development. I'm just gonna copy paste my way to glory. Yeah, Yajat, do join the community if you have found this interesting, and if you're interested in attending the future sessions and giving me proper feedback as well. So that'll be our nav bar. And let's see. Oh great, if you join the Telegram group, that's best. So that I conduct polls and stuff on the Telegram group so that I can get a feel of what the audience is looking for. But yeah, it would be great if like you would have classmates and friends who are interested in the same, right? I'm just gonna add a card as well and then call it a website. Yeah, I would not really rely on a Raspberry Pi for this unless it was my last option. So what do you think the answer to the question, like the video title is? Can you make a website on a Raspberry Pi? Oh yes, yeah, that's nice of you. Do share it. Share it with your friends. Again, like I said, at least one friend. If each of you can share it to at least one person who you think would be interested in this content and the stream that I have going on, to share it so that I can reach a wider audience. And if you join the Telegram group, I can. You can suggest what topics that I'll cover, and I can make it worth your while by covering topics that you guys are interested in. Now I should. So this is basically what we just wrote right now. That's it. Now one plugin that I use a lot whenever I'm doing anything web dev related is Live Server. So in VS Code, if you have not used VS Code, can you just mention in the live chat so that I know how many of you are completely new to VS Code, so I can give a basic walkthrough of what this is, because I have a feeling we are going to use it a lot in this channel. Oh, that's great. Okay, Ashil, have you? Okay. There's this extension called Live Server. Okay, all right then. Oh no, not Live Share, Live Server. So that Live Share is also something that's pretty cool. It lets you code, like, you know how in Google Docs multiple people can edit the document at the same time, right? Live Share lets you do that with VS Code, which is nice. So we're just gonna wait for that to install and then open that. Yeah, autosave is great as well. Autosave is great as well. I did use it at some point, but then I do save and commit a lot. It's just become a habit. I did see that in a list of more great VS Code plugins, I guess. Not really sure. I think he added a couple of new songs to this playlist. I have not heard this one before and I'm really liking the groove. Okay, this is taking an abnormally long time to load. Okay, I have a feeling that, yep, Yep. The Raspberry Pi got hung up. The Raspberry Pi is stuck. Okay, let's see if it's recovering. So what do you guys think? Can you make a website on a Raspberry Pi? Like seeing how it's struggling. On a Pi 4 probably, but on a Pi 3 I don't think so. This thing is really struggling. I don't want this thing also, this Pi 3 also to go up in flames, so I'm going to limit what I'm doing. But I have a feeling that anything I do at this point is just going to make it worse. If you have any suggestions on the stream format or the way that I'm presenting the content, and I'm again getting just getting started with the whole streaming idea, and then new to the concept, so I'll be making short videos on specific subjects. I'll be getting to that. I just have a few commitments to get out of the way, but apart from that, for the stream I'm actively looking for great ideas. So if you have any ideas, do suggest. I would be very appreciative of that, and would be very open to listening to what you guys have to say, what you guys have to suggest, and will try my best to accommodate you guys in the process. Oh, you want no, I tried that. Look, try transparent background like the green screen and the computer screen. So basically not have the entire thing and just have the computer screen and me over that, right? I tried that. It's very simple, but I don't like it because especially I wear dark colors and my system is always in dark mode. So I just kind of blend into that. Yeah. What else did you mean? I'm not really sure. Just for the camera box. Oh, as in turn off the pink that's over here. That's what you're saying? Yeah, sure. For me anytime. I think we have a call pending. Wait, if you're tired of that, let's see, maybe while this thing is still installing, maybe we can tweak with the stream a bit if you guys are fine with that. Camera background. Okay, so you basically want me to hide this? Oh no, then the shadow thing will come out. Instead, let's just change the color shift maybe. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to recover whatever it is. Oops. Not liking that. Oh, anytime I go to green, it's going to start keying it out. I can't do any shades of green, but let's see. Okay, how's yellow? Yay or nay for the yellow? I'm kinda liking the yellow. The orange. Yeah, I like this. Have you guys noticed the spinning gradient? The background is not actually static. It actually keeps moving. Like you can see, yeah. So believe it or not, that is actually a static gradient image that I'm spinning with HTML and CSS. So you can use CSS has this thing called WebKit animations. So I can add a browser source in my streaming software OBS. So it's just a static image that just keeps spinning. I can make it go faster, slower, whatever it is that I want. So yeah, yes, OBS, Open Broadcaster Studio. Great that you know that. Why is this taking forever to install? I am really liking the yellow. Some of you are gonna hate me for this because you're tired of seeing it. Spoiler alert for how I'm getting that glow in the background. It's actually the image of a diya. I'm just trying to burn time while this Raspberry Pi finishes installing this code. These new beats are nice. Oh god, I have half a mind to just call it a day because I am not liking this. This is just not working out on a Raspberry Pi 3. The Pi 4 would have been better, but then that incident happened exactly at the last moment. So I hope you guys have understood what VS Code is, what extensions are, and basic structure of HTML. I guess what else I can contribute here. The system is hung up. I might have to force a reboot. Yeah, this is just hung up. I'll have to reboot it. I had a side cam which gave an overhead view of all that, but then even that had to stop working at the last moment. And my system is under enough load as it is, so I didn't want to pile on to that. Yeah, again, those who are new here, it would be great if you just interact more in the comments. Like, it's literally, if it weren't for the music, I could hear the crickets. So I interact better so that I get to know you guys. I get to understand what you are looking for, and I can format my content accordingly. Have to open this folder. Will be I think it was code OSS. The current folder. It's gonna open. Okay, the comment section is very still. I'm not liking it that way. People talk. Talk, come on. Yeah, I don't like awkward silences. Any of my friends would be willing to testify to that, because when we are hanging out, if anybody is silent, I tend to go on a rant. Yeah, Yajit, I have my own website. Let's see. Saeed, can you post my website? thomasrob.in and gemstars.in. So both are like made by me, and I've posted it for free, by the way. And I have associated emails also. So maybe someday I can cover that as well. So that should be fun. Saeed, if you're here, can you just post the link for that if you don't mind? Templates are fine. Templates save you a lot of trouble when you're just getting started, right? You don't have to make everything from scratch. It's a misconception. Like, if you are going to make a website from bare bones scratching, like if you're adamant about it, otherwise you need patience like Jaraj. Not everyone has Jaraj's patience. But yeah, it's perfectly fine to go with a template. But hosting it, like usually hosting it takes a lot of charge. Most of my juniors, I've helped them have their own websites. Yeah, I knew Jaraj would pop in there. Okay, so live server installation is just not happening. No. Google Sites is not really web development, man. I thought you meant an HTML CSS template. There are plenty of HTML CSS bootstrap templates that's available, or even materialized templates that's available. Pick one and just go ahead with it, and then you can. I think if you follow the link, there's a link to my WhatsApp as well. So just click on the WhatsApp link, so then my chat will open. Drop a message so then I can help you. If I can find the time, I can always help you host it for free as well. All that shouldn't be an issue. It's all free software, right? Now, what do I do with this? I certainly don't have the patience to try installing live server again. Yeah, Netlify is good. I currently use Firebase hosting, but I am liking Netlify's process better, because Netlify keeps updating from the GitHub repository. You know what? I'm just gonna go back to just chatting. Yeah. So the thing with Netlify is that Netlify will fetch the latest version from GitHub. So in my case, when I want to make an update for my website, right, I can't exactly download it from Firebase and then make an update and push it. So what Netlify allows you to do is it keeps the latest version in your GitHub itself, that you can just clone, download, make a modification, push it to GitHub, and Netlify will automatically update your website with that. That is a great feature in my opinion. So yeah, what else? You saw the website that we made. I'm not really very happy with it. Let's see. Next. Yeah. This is what we made. I don't really consider it a website. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, Yajit, the methods that we said, Google Firebase and Netlify, all are for free. They are for free. They have a very generous free tier. So even for a small scale business, it would be fine. Both of my websites. I think Syed is not there, so let me see if yeah, I'll post the links. Thomas. Oops, wrong keyboard. Shit. Rob.in. Yeah, it's okay, Syed. I got it. I can post it. Just tell me if the links are visible. Because YouTube chat sometimes just blocks it unless you're a moderator, I guess. So yeah, these are two websites that I have developed and hosted for free. You obviously will have to buy a domain name. Yeah, GitHub Pages is perfectly fine too. GitHub Pages is also an option. Yeah, you can use GitHub. I mean, you can use Firebase hosting. Netlify is great. GitHub Pages is, I think we all started off with GitHub Pages at some point, then moved on to Firebase or Netlify. It does have certain, yeah, don't, okay, maybe that's probably a promo code or something that you would have had if you got a domain for free. But I would suggest I would suggest getting a good domain from GoDaddy. And yeah, Netlify is a cooler version of GitHub Pages. No doubt about that. Netlify is good. I am personally planning on migrating my websites to Netlify. Okay, so ironically, more people are coming in like right as I am ending it. So yeah. Oh yeah, correct. I forgot about that. You get a year's worth of free domain when you sign up with the GitHub Student Pack. That's true. I kind of forgot about that. Alright, so our NASA hackathon. Yeah, I heard about that. Okay. So the thing is, all of these free domains that you get, they renew for an unreasonably high price. In my case, both of them are .tech domains and everything. I think they are like 1,300 per annum or something like that. I'm not sure. In my case, both of my domains are .ins. They cost around 700 per annum each, 600 per annum each. I'm not sure, which is not bad. Jumpstarts is like sort of a startup thing, and that's the only amount of money that I've invested in it, so I consider it worth my while. So that's basically it. I'm just gonna call it a day with this. Can you make a website on a Raspberry Pi? Technically you can, I guess. Yeah, technically you can, but I wouldn't for the life of me. It's struggling, and I'm afraid I'm gonna burn it. I'm just gonna switch it off. Yeah, I should have probably shut it down, but I'm just gonna reformat the SD card anyway. It's part of my cluster and I need to set up my cluster. But then before I set up my cluster, I have to solder that. I have to fix the Pi 4 anyway. So let's just go back to just chatting. Promote your app. I can give a shout out for your app. Hashil suggested that I give you a shout out, right? So is your app available on the Play Store? Can I find it anywhere? So thank you guys for stopping by. I think we can wind up for now. It's 10:30, almost 10:30. I try not to overshoot this much. On the Galaxy Store, Samsung Galaxy Store. Oh boy, that's some place that I would never try. You can share the APK, right? I guess if you host it on your website, you can share it as an APK. Amazon App Store as well. Oh wow, okay. I didn't know you could distribute it like that. That's great. If you host your own website, I think you can include that there, so people can just go to your website, download it there, and have it there. So everyone who has stuck till the end, thank you very much. Thank you for joining me today. As I said, please do share this with at least one person that you think would be interested in this content. And yes, if more than one is always welcome. Join the community if you haven't already. bit.ly/jslinks mentioned here. Cool. Follow me on Instagram for regular updates. I would prefer. Okay, let's see. How about this? Can you post it in the Telegram group? I can just directly take it from there and post it here. Yeah, Jet, if you can post it in the Telegram group, I can post it here. Or DM me in the Telegram group. Message me personally, like, I think you can message me personally, right? Yeah, that should also be fine. Yeah, just typing. Hey. Sure, send the link. I have it open. The link here. Okay, so this is to download it. Okay, but why can okay, yeah. I got it. Got it. Thank I'll surely check it out. What does the app do? Okay. Alright then. So I think we can wind up. I have overshot by half an hour, and personally, I am also feeling kind of sleepy. So, thank you very much for stopping by. Do share it with your friends. If you like the content, if you like the format of the content, do share it with your friends and tell me how I can improve it so that it suits you better. And my target is the beginner level audience. Certain weeks I might choose to cover certain advanced topics. I'll let you know in advance. And do join the community, the FOSS Point community on Telegram, and let me know your suggestions through there. And if you go to bit.ly/jslinks, you can also get my WhatsApp contact. So if you like the stream, a personal shout out is also great. It's always welcome. And thanks a lot for joining the stream for today. And I think we can wrap it up with that. Yeah, Said, thanks for sharing the link. Yajit says the stream was amazing. Okay, thank you for that. Thanks to Hashil for introducing you to this as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you, Said, for being my moderator for today. Bye, Jaraj. Yeah, I keep forgetting this. All of you who are watching, please do like and subscribe. Subscribe. What is subscribe? Yes, and may the FOSS be with you. Bell icon too. Yes, the almighty bell icon that the YouTube algorithm cares so much about. Yeah, bell icon, everything, the whole YouTuber shebang. Yeah, I am done. I am sleepy. I think I am sleep talking. So before I blurt out anything that I might regret watching later, I am going to end the stream. Yeah, peace out. May the FOSS be with you. I'm gonna say it one last time. Bye guys. Goodbye and good night. Bye.